All right, sports fans, how's everybody out there doing? William Martin coming at you one more time here on YouTube with another edition of the 300 Pounds of Sport Knowledge Podcast. When you think of prestige and tradition in regards to NBA franchises, the Los Angeles Lakers are generally at the or near the top of most people's list. Now, the Lakers are tied at 17 with the Boston Celtics for the most NBA championships in league history. Of course, that could change tonight. And no franchise has made more appearances in the NBA Finals than the purple and gold. But right now, for what it's worth, the Lakers are a mess and will continue to be that way unless they get some much needed leadership and stability. Now, following the firing of head coach Darvin Ham last month, the next head coach that the Lakers will hire will be the fourth different one in the last 7 years. Since general manager emeritus LeBron James arrived in LA, no head coach has survived more than 3 years with the Lakers, which included Frank Vogel, who was let go in 2022 after leading the Lakers to that NBA championship back in 2020. And Darvin Ham also got let go this year. He led the Lakers to the Western Conference Finals last year, and of course, they won that in-season tournament for whatever it's worth this season. But nonetheless, why is it okay? And this is the question that is not being asked enough. Why is it that Ham was let go 5 weeks ago, going on six right now as the Lakers head coach, and this team has still not been able to hire themselves a head coach. Why? Because nobody, and I mean nobody, wants the job. Now, whether you want to call it smoke and mirrors, of whatever, okay, the embarrassment that the Lakers had as far as courting Dan Hurley from Connecticut in order for him to tell them no so he could remain in college, that just right there sums it up. I mean, the Lakers could come out publicly all they want to and say that Dan Hurley was their guy from the get. No, I don't believe that. Because if Dan Hurley truly was, they would have went out there and have made and attempted to make this happen about a month ago. Okay. But just getting back to Dan Hurley telling the Lakers no, just think about this for a minute. He turned down more money from the Lakers that he would even get on the contract extension that he's going to sign in Connecticut. Okay. On top of that, an opportunity to coach in the NBA. Coach the Lakers, one of the most prestigious franchises in all of sports. Okay. And then you have an opportunity to coach two of the 75 greatest players in NBA history. And I'm talking about LeBron and AD. Okay. Now, I know that at his heart, Dan Hurley is a Northeast guy. Okay. But the fact that he said no should give you some insight as to how bad the things are right now for the Los Angeles Lakers, in my opinion. Now, more than likely, the Lakers are going to end up with JJ Redick as their head coach. Okay. Why? Because nobody wants to coach this team and be dictated to by LeBron. I don't care what anybody says. It has been and it will be JJ Redick all along. Okay. I think them going out there and attempting to woo Dan Hurley was kind of like their way to say, hey, you know what? We've covered all bases. But at the end of the day, this is JJ Redick's job to lose. Okay. And it's one of those, like I said, nobody wants to be coach this team and be dictated to by LeBron. And honestly, hiring JJ Redick means that the Lakers are going to have themselves a figurehead at head coach, as he's basically going to be a guy that just does what LeBron wants on LeBron's farewell tour in the NBA, because at this point for LeBron, it's no longer about winning. And we're talking about one of the league's all-time greats. And it's unfortunate that it's that way. But you look at it, nearly $95 million is going to be committed to both LeBron and AD for next season. And of course, with that additional salary cap apron, that changes things. So, what are the Lakers realistically going to be able to do in order to get better this summer? More importantly, how can they get better? Okay, because you look at it, you're clearly not trading LeBron and AD. You've got the likes of D'Angelo Russell under contract for 1 more year. Do you trade him? And if you do, what can you get back? So these are legit questions that have to be asked and answered. And I mean, the fact that this team still doesn't have a head coach, the NBA draft is in a couple of weeks. Free agency starts in a couple of weeks. And this is when, you as an organization really need to be putting stuff together or have stuff together for what it's worth. And you simply don't. You look at the Lakers, they sacrificed so much. They pushed all of their chips to the table to get that championship in 2020. And it's showing more and more each day now as they are becoming more and more of a shell of what that team was. Now, Jeannie Buss is running things for the purple and gold, but guess what? She's not her dad. Jerry Buss was the man in charge. Jerry Buss excelled at putting a quality product on the court, and of course a lot of that was done under the watch as from a general manager standpoint of the late great Jerry West, who passed away this week. But nonetheless, Jeannie Buss is not her dad as far as running this team. At the end of the day, Rob Pelinka and LeBron are calling the shows. I don't care what anybody says. And you look at this Lakers team right now, this Lakers organization, they are the Lakers by name and nothing more, because this is far from being a championship caliber team. And I think it's going to continue to be that way. So when the Lakers hire JJ Redick, because it's going to happen, he's going to have his interview this weekend, and he's going to come out of that thing smelling like a rose. They're going to be officially a sideshow. Excuse me. It's one of those where he's just there. He's going to be the figurehead. He's going to do what LeBron wants, and you know what? It's whenever you have a situation like that, it is definitely a recipe for disaster, and it's unfortunate because you look at the Lakers, and they're not just basketball royalty. They are royalty when it comes to sports franchises, but this team has become a shell of that. Okay. Nobody is running things for the Lakers. And when you don't have anybody who's really assuming the reins of being in charge, chaos happens. And this is what it is. Again, like I said before, we are so far removed from the end of the Lakers season. They were swept in round one, okay, by the Denver Nuggets, the same team that beat them in the Western Conference Finals last year. The NBA season could conceivably end tonight if the Boston Celtics sweep the Dallas Mavericks to take the NBA championship. And yet, and still, the Lakers still don't have a head coach. Okay, that just sums it up right there. They are a sideshow. They have become a sham, and it's unfortunate for the way that things are working out for the purple and gold. So, like I said, they're probably going to get JJ Redick. And like I said, the circus will officially be in Hollywood. So, folks, that is going to wrap it up. And as always, I want to take this time out to thank all of you for tuning into the 300 Pounds of Sports Knowledge podcast here on YouTube. I want to take this time out to thank all of you fine folks out there for tuning in. And if you haven't already, please feel free to subscribe to this channel. Now, if you're on the X, formerly known as Twitter, please feel free to follow me at 300 Pounds of Sports. And like I always say, if you follow me, it will be my pleasure to follow you right back. There's also the sports discussion group on Facebook at the Sports Depot 365. You can check it out. Drop a line and be a part of one of the better sports debating sites going on social media. So, once again, fine folks, my name is William Martin, and I'm signing off. And I'm saying take care and have yourselves a wonderful day.